Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your evening newscast right here on WRMK News 12. Let's get started right now. We got a jam-packed program to get to this evening, so let's begin. First up, AP, Biden projected to win New Hampshire Democratic primary. The Associated Press has called President Joe Biden to be the projected winner in the Democratic New Hampshire primary. Biden was not on the ballot because of a dispute over the primary schedule. Biden will be on the ballot in South Carolina, which will hold its primary on February 3rd. ABC News projected Trump to win the Republican New Hampshire primary. The Associated Press and ABC News have called the New Hampshire Republican primary for former President Donald Trump. The results show that Trump will have defeated his one major remaining opponent for the Republican nomination, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley spoke and vowed to go on with her campaign. South Carolina will hold the Republican primary on February 24th. Snowmobilers are being reminded to ride safely. The New Hampshire Fish and Game officials are reminding snowmobilers about the importance of riding safely. There were multiple snowmobile crashes reported on trails over the weekend. New Hampshire Fish and Game officials said that trail conditions can change quickly and riders need to be prepared. Future of Exeter's Pickpocket Dam. The town of Exeter to propose a grant for the removal of scenic Pickpocket Dam of Exeter River has some residents who live near it upset. Back in 2018, the Pickpocket Dam, located by Cross Road and Stony Water Road, was classified as a high hazardous dam by the state's Department of Environmental Services. But a reclassification was the outcome of the study that predicted the dam breach during the 100-year flood event would result in flooding in at least one residential building, according to a report. Since then, the town has concluded multiple studies which include a potential dam modification or dam removal as one of the options. Manchester man arrested in stabbing incident. On Monday, Manchester police arrested a 76-year-old Manchester man who is a convicted felon in connection with the attempted murder of a 69-year-old man outside a residence at 259 Central Street. Manchester police responded to reports of a stabbing around 5:30 p.m. on Monday. Police found a male alert and conscious with stab wounds to his torso. He identified the attacker as Robert Hardy. Hardy was taken into custody and charged with attempted murder and resisting arrest after police identified him as the convicted felon. He was also charged as a felon in possession of a dangerous weapon. Logan Clegg appeals double murder conviction. Logan Clegg was convicted of murdering a couple in Concord, has now filed an appeal. The appeal lays out 16 errors that the defense claims were made while Logan Clegg was on trial for the shooting deaths of Stephen and Wendy Reed. Logan Clegg was found guilty of killing the Reeds and leaving their bodies on the trail back in 2022. Logan Clegg can also have his prison sentence reviewed due to its length. Hampton apartment complex makes a final pitch. Al Fleury's team made its final pitch before the Town of Zoning Board last week for a proposed 94-unit apartment complex in downtown Hampton. Justin Pace, The attorney for Al Fleury said they don't expect the development would cause a significant traffic increase on Lafayette Road, High Street, and Dearborn Avenue, or impact abutting property values. This project would also include an 18-unit bouquet hotel, a new retail/commercial space. The residents on Dearborn Avenue spoke against the project in past meetings and said they doubted the Fleury's team predictions regarding traffic and retreated their beliefs the project is too big. New information released on Nashua shooting. New information has been released on the deadly officer-involved shooting in Nashua. The State Attorney General's office has identified the man who was killed as 40-year-old Heath Thompson. The autopsy revealed he died of a gunshot wound to the chest after officers responded to a domestic dispute call late Saturday night. Thompson was armed with a gun and ended up being shot by 3 officers. Explosion and fire at a Concord homeless camp. Late on Monday afternoon, an explosion rocked a homeless camp in the wooded area of Concord near the Merrimack River. When first responders arrived on the scene, they found fire at the camp with multiple propane tanks going off. The flames were extinguished and there were no reported injuries. It wasn't immediately clear if anyone would be charged. Governor's Restaurant hosts Lewiston Fund Benefit Night to support the tragedy victims and families. Let's take a listen to that report right now. Yesterday, Governor's Restaurant hosted a special fundraising event to raise money for families and individuals profoundly affected by the Lewiston shootings. The event yesterday lasted from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at all 6 Governor Restaurant locations. Yesterday's fundraiser, 10% of all sales, including dine-in and takeout orders, were donated to the Maine Community Foundation's Victim and Families Fund. Nearly 3 months after 18 lives were taken in the Lewiston mass shooting that shook the state of Maine. If you missed out on yesterday's fundraiser and would like to donate, you can contribute to the Maine Community Foundation's Victim and Families Fund and can visit www.mainecf.org. I'm Riley King reporting for WRMK News 12. That does it for this news report. Okay, and there you go on that report. And let's go into some sports news now. In sports, the Bruins, they play tonight at 7:30 p.m. against the Carolinas. Let's go Bruins. Hopefully they can win tonight's game. And that does it for this evening edition of your evening newscast right here on WRMK News 12. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and goodbye, everyone.